What is going on, everybody? We're back for the final time this season. My Hero Academia Season 3, Episode 25. This is the final episode of the season. In my opinion, this has been the best season so far of the anime, Season 1, 2, and 3. I know I asked you guys last episode if there's been any kind of announcements or hints or anything foreshadowing like a launch date or a startup or a green light, like a go for Season 4. And supposedly nothing has come out yet, but just judging by the success of the way My Hero Academia is going and the way the story's progressing, I don't see how they wouldn't do a season 4. You guys, let me know what's been the gap between the seasons. Like when season 1 came out, would you guys have to wait for season 2 a year, 2 years? What was the gap between season 2 and season 3? Because I'm guessing there's no chance we get a season 4 like late 2019, right? It'd be more of kind of like a mid 2020 thing. I don't know. You guys have to keep me updated on that. What I would like to see this episode is kind of give me a good villain focused centric episode on kind of overhaul and what it is he wants to kind of accomplish and do. Check in on Shigaraki. What is his current game plan? Maybe we get like an all for one kind of inner monologue dialogue there for a little bit, and then also as well these legendary Sanin these three students right here. They were really hyped up a lot in my comment sections off of last video. Like, these kids are pretty amazing. The All Might look-alike, the girl and the guy. So I'm kind of interested to see how OP they are, since they're basically, from what I understand, they're the best three students at UA, regardless of year or quirk or age. Basically, they're the most pro ready or pretty much pro level students there right now. Now, what there's a difference between saying pro hero and 1v1. Does that mean like they could solo Deku in a fight 1v1? Could they solo Todoroki, Bakugo, etc., etc.? I don't know where their skill lies if we kind of do like a versus battle, and maybe that's not where their skills lie. Like, they're more hero ready, but it's because it's difference between like a solo death battle and then like being like going out and being a hero. So I'd like to see the three of them. What makes them, like, just the name Big Three, and everybody kind of like, wow. So they have to have a reputation or some kind of backstory or something that would make the kids be that like perked up and excited to see them in class. Maybe we get an overall and Shigaraki crossover this episode. That'd be interested to see, and kind of what overall I said overalls, like overalls. What overhauls kind of motives and mindsets are, because we've seen different villains and stuff. We've seen kind of what Stain's ideology is and what Shigaraki wants to do and what All for One wanted to do. I'm interested to see what is his motivation, what is his backstory, his ideology, and all that stuff. Enough talking. Let's go ahead and do it. Last season, My Hero Academia. Last episode of the season. Been a great season. I think the best season so far. I would rank it a strong, I give it a strong 9 out of 10. 8.5 to 9 out of 10 for sure, from beginning to end. And we'll see what this episode has to do to close it all off. We're pressing play right now. Oh, pop up. There it goes. So right where we left off on last episode. I wish they would do like Naruto did, kind of like give us like an hour-long last episode. What is up with that look on his face? The top of current all UA students, also known as the Big Three. Everyone was comparing my guy over there to Sasuke. I don't know, and I want to know, like, does that guy just aspire to be the next All Might? Maybe not in quirk, but maybe in reputation and power and status. Why they kind of zoomed in on him when the principal was talking to All Might in a flashback of like, yeah, you could find a good successor here at the school, blank blank blank, etc., etc. Is he All Might's like steps? Like, I don't know if there's a relationship between him and All Might at all, whether they're kind of on a good student-teacher relationship, on a mentor-y relationship. if there really is any kind of connection power wise to them, I have no idea. Uh, we'll see what happens. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, of course, just like everybody else we meet, I just want to know what their quirks is, and then kind of judge them off of their quirks from there, and then see their quirks in action. Because there's a difference between just telling us what their quirks is, like giving us that, when they give us the name and they change the screen and they give us their quirk and explanation. There's a difference between just getting that and then seeing it in action. Um, so I'm expecting. I mean, but we've kind of already seen his phasing quirk. What the powers of that is, because phasing is pretty OP in any kind of show or anime. I want to know how he came through the ground is my question, because he would need something to phase through. So unless there was like an underground level he phased through, how did he come through the earth? I don't know. The crown among the splendid UA students. The one closest to pro heroes. Okay, so it's what we were saying in the beginning. What's crazy is we've never gotten a mention of them at all. Target acquired. That's pretty funny. As much as like Midoriya is so like there, how did he come through the ground? How did he get in the earth and phase through? I don't know. He didn't rank very well. Because they kind of have this big three reputation. As much as Midoriya is so nerdy and into people's quirks, the fact that he's never mentioned them or is kind of crazy. What is that? What does he have stage fright? He can't talk in public? Public speaking? He's the top of the course. This is the flea. I like her hair. That character design looks pretty good. Oh, wow. We're just going in with all the questions. She's asking all the right questions that have never been asked. A tree frog, not a toad. She speaks the truth. What is under my man's mask? She wants to know about my balls. Besides, it looked like my jokes didn't work really either. In the middle of class? Oh, wow. If I get a 3v The whole class. This is gonna be great. Okay, this will be pretty good. This will be good. Not everyone is filled to the brim with ambition. Yeah. He's about to dot these kids up. Oh god. This will be good. This will be good right here. Oh man. I want to see this kid smoke Deku, just to see that there is some kind of like hierarchy here, and he's just not like OP over everybody. Look at that stance. Okay, here we go. If he really goes off right here, I'm gonna lose my mind. He should go right through him. Okay. Does he go naked on purpose just to stun people, or? He went right through him. Oh my god, it's like Obito all over again. This is gonna be OPAF. Oh god. Is there a time limit? Is like naval laser went right through the back of his face? Oh my god, he's Obito all over again. Why does he keep losing his clothes? I don't understand. Good god. He's over here dotting kids up. Good lord. Where's Bakugo, Todoroki, and Deku, though? We haven't seen them. Okay, they kind of left I guess, the best kids left. As far as I know, he's the man closest to being number one. Including the pros? Fluff me, bro. Oh, God. Um, who did he do his work studies with? Did he do his work studies with All Might? I don't think he did. Was All Might even taking requests? I don't even know. He said even over the pro, so even over Endeavor? Oh, wow. I don't understand why his clothes keep falling off, though. Does he need to take the clothes off to be able to... This is just like Obito all over again. They're going to try to go for the counters. But will the counter work? And he'll counter your counter by letting you slip through? I don't know. I don't know. We got to see if they're... I don't know how close to Obito we're talking here, but if they go for the counter, I don't think it'll work. He did go into the earth. Wow. Exactly. He's gonna counter the counter. This is OP. It's too OP. He is It's Obito, 100%. Oh my god. The fact that he can phase. Oh my god. I just really want to know. Good god. My lord. I would really love to have seen Todoroki and Bakugo in that mix, though. I figured they would have got dotted up the same way. What is the weakness, though? Because we've seen everybody's quirk have a drawback and a weakness. What is the weakness? And what's up with the clothes? I don't understand the clothes falling off part. I need to hear a real explanation of his quirk right here. A good explanation. Permeation. What you guys called a warp was, as you guessed, an application of that. If I activate my quirk through my entire body, then my body can go through everything. Oh, so he can put it on specific body parts, of course. Wow, the fact that he can go through the earth is pretty OP. How does he know? How does he come back up though? Apparently, things that have mass can't. That's what I'm saying. That shouldn't happen. He gets repelled without getting stuck. That's like OPAF. Whoa. Because it's even more OP than like. Is there any drawback? Oh. I can go through everything. That means I can't feel anything. I just fall even while I have mass. That is all. No, it doesn't make sense, but I got you. He's so OP I can't even keep up. I was always behind. In no time I dropped to dead last. In order to get to the top with this quirk, I couldn't just stay behind. Was experience. Wow. Well, we only have like a good like 5 or so minutes left of the episode. I want to talk about his quirk and compare it to Obito so badly right now, but I'll get so sidetracked if I do. But I know a lot of people won't stay around to the end of the video once the reaction's over, so I kind of want to go over it, but we'll wait. I would really like to see him do that again, now that they know what his quirk is. Turn experience into power. Because like Obito, you first see that, you don't know what's going on. You're going to lose. I wonder if he went against the whole class again, like right now or tomorrow, XYZ. C'est la vie. I really would have loved to. Not even like. Yeah, I don't. I wouldn't have mind. I just would have loved Bakugo to see that, not him actually engage, but just to see his reaction. Yeah, what we didn't even find out about the girl and the guy. That walk is great. I want to know who he did his work studies with. How did he be like? He's physically strong too. Gosh, you're gonna take me into season 4 without knowing what their he's someone Sir would like. Who's the Sir? You're really gonna take. You're really gonna take me all another year or two without letting me know what those two kids' quirks are. I mean, of course, I'm not gonna go Google it and be spoiled, but damn it, that's so wild. I gotta go back and watch that battle again. Jeez Louise. My man is just so. What I'm freaking out about is like. Dang, we only got a couple minutes left. It went by so fast. Can he even take anybody? I thought he got suspended. I thought his little training license got suspended. Damn, he turned him down. I'd love to see him and All Might go around. I know All Might's of no use, but that'd be pretty great. Damn, I guess last episode was the villain teaser. We're not gonna get any this episode. True. Oh, and then you're gonna build me up All Might's former sidekick, and then not even give me introduced until next season. Dear it. Who that? Who's that? The young master of the villain group we're investigating. Overhaul. Oh, 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 oh. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Last minute of the episode. Villains, villains. Twice. Oh, he's bringing him in. I want to know his quirk and his power level so bad. He's really about this like sickness and the mask and the like. Oh god, here we go. 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 So they are going to be working together. I thought they were going to be opposing villain groups, kind of fighting for power, but there looks like they're going to join forces. A crazy big fish. So you're aware of him. That animation looks great. Damn it, it's gonna end. God, I'd love to see a showdown in that room right now. And the one who was entrusted to release. Mm. To be continued on the fourth season. Damn it. They left so many kind of loose strings and like once there. I'm gonna fast forward here real quick just to see if there is a after credit scene. Boom, boom, keep going. There's I mean we can go to the whole end here. There shouldn't be a preview. Come on, give me something after credit wise. Give me something, give me something, give me something, give me something. Here we go, here we go. Oh, damn it. This is just kind of a little recap here. Yeah, nothing crazy. I'll become your... It's being made right now, coming soon, but that doesn't really give us any kind of time frame. Let me make sure that this phone is on silent. Okay, so big things to talk about right here. I had that question of how... So we really didn't... I'm gonna have to go back and watch that. I mean, it was just so much he hit us with information wise. We really didn't get like the weakness of his quirk, other than kind of if he phases his whole body or kind of phases into the ground type stuff. He can't really breathe, so it's not like he can't stay in the ground forever. Like if he's fighting, I don't know, say he's fighting Shigaraki or fighting whoever, and he wants to kind of retreat and recoup or kind of run away or not engage, he can't just go in the ground and stay there for X amount of time. Like he'll run out of oxygen, he'll die, of course. What was crazy is like the difference in parallels. Like Obito was going to a completely different dimension. Like he goes in, like that's his, nobody's getting in there, nobody's touching him. So like it wasn't, it was phasing, yes, but he was literally putting himself somewhere. And like with anybody that's got a phasing ability, you could dot up a group of like 100 people. Like he just went through the whole class right there. Like you don't know like where is he coming from, what's happening. Even if you can see him in front of you and land a blow, you're going to be phased right through. Again, like with Obito's, I didn't know if there was a time limit, X amount of body parts he could do at one time, but it looks like there's no limit to his phasing. His quirk, he can phase and just pick and choose parts of his body that he wants to phase, or can phase the entire body. So like you would think there has to be a time though, but here's the thing though, if he wants to, I'm going to keep drawing these Obito comparisons, if he wants to attack, I don't think he has to solidify himself, because with Obito he couldn't phase, if I remember correctly, he couldn't phase and attack at the same time. So like what people would do in the Naruto anime was they would go for the counter, just like Obito said. When you phase through him and he's getting ready to hit you at the same time as you're clearing through him, you're going to wait until you clear, and as soon as you clear, he's going to solidify to try to attack you. As he solidifies to attack you, that's when you counter. But it looks like he doesn't have to solidify to, he can be, if you go for his face, you can have a fist in his face, arm like through his head, and he could still be attacking you at the same time, because he can pick and choose body parts that he wants to solidify. And if he thinks like maybe he's going to be overpowered or not going to make it, he could just phase the whole thing. It is pretty like a scale of like 1 to OP. He is OP. And the fact that he's got this like physical makeup of like being built, and the fact that he has like combat skills, it'd be different if he was just like phasing through things and dodging and not really like engaging, but it looks like he has actual combat skills. And the fact that like people are going to be so flustered like when you go up against him, that you would have to face him a good handful of times to really get down a strategy to counter. Now, of course, someone like Deku, maybe like if they saw it a second time or a third time, they could come up with a strategy. But right there, Deku came up with his like analyzing strategy on the spot like he always does, and it didn't work. Definitely going to go back and watch that fight scene again. just to kind of, if I see if I can get a more explanation on it, if I missed anything. Because like he said he could phase his leg and then solidify it and just be like hard, just be like stuck in a wall and have legs out on the other side. Like it's, we can sit here and talk about it all day. It's pretty OPAF. Wow. That's what that was my main question is how are you going through the earth? Um wow. So he can pretty much just he can slip through anything. Um and what's crazy is like when he turns it off, he gets repelled. I would figure if he turned it off while he was in the ground, he would get stuck. That's why it didn't make any sense to me how he was talking to Midoriya through the ground. Um like because you figure like if he went underground and phased and then like accidentally turned it off or like forgot to have it activated, he would just be stuck in the earth, and when he would like solidify himself back up, he would just be like there would be no way for him to get back out because like there has to be a boundary or something for him to repel off of or push or like get out or back through. The fact that he can just slip through everything is amazing. He's literally like of the OP quirks we have, I would honestly put him like top three, if not number two, behind, of course, one for all because that at every point. But I would honestly like you would. I don't know how you would counter him other than you would just have to speed blitz him over and over. But even then, even if you had the speed, you would have to be able to counter him so fast that he wouldn't expect you to. And even then, I feel like if you speed blitzed him, like say Midoriya cranks it up to like All Might speed level, he finally gets it down. Of course, Midoriya would be. I'm not gonna say he could beat All Might in his prime or Midoriya when he finally gets it calculated down. Um, but even if you speed blitz him and are able to counter him, if there's no time limit, because he said he didn't. I'm not sure how he said it. If when he activates it over his whole body, he has to deactivate it to breathe, or that's just when he goes in the ground. Because if there's no time limit and he can just leave it on his body, like say he trains it up like Midoriya does, he was trying to use it when he wanted to use it instead of using it over his entire body. If he could just leave it on there for X amount of time, like 20, 30 minutes, indefinitely, um, even if you get someone with crazy speed, they're never going to be able to hit him. It doesn't matter because he's just going to keep you're going to keep slipping through him over and over and over. Man, that reminds me of I'm getting so much Obito flashbacks when he got engaged by like those hidden mist ninja there the first time when he was a kid, and then when Kakashi, like that's crazy. Wow. He's definitely moved up to he's probably my favorite kid just off of that 10-minute clip. Honestly, the quirk is crazy. He's probably up there with he's probably tied with Todoroki for me as far as like favorites of the whole show. That's crazy. So we spent a good like 10 minutes talking about that. I'm kind of disappointed we didn't get to find out the other guy and the girl's quirk. At first when I saw them all their heads transform into potatoes, I'm like, whoa, what is his quirk? This is kind of trippy. But it looks like he just can't handle public speaking or groups. I'm interested to see what her quirk is. I don't know if it's. We saw how she was like so invested in all of the kids and kind of had a question. She was talking about Ashido's horns and his tail and what's under the mask and you're Todoroki, right? I want to know, is her quirk just some kind of like memory analysis, you know, just some kind of brainy thing? Or is it as OP as the quirk we just saw? Because if they're the big three, I'm holding those two, the girl and the guy, the one that looks like Sasuke and the girl with the purple hair. I don't remember their names. I apologize. I'm expecting their quirks to be just as strong as his. I know he's considered, and the fact that they had Aizawa make that comment that like he's the top even among the heroes. I'm not sure how I read that right. So is he saying that he would take that kid over Endeavor, like as far as being like the next top number one, or kind of like of the people out there that are even like hero candidates and students, he's the closest to being a top hero as there is out there? Be interesting to see. And wow, that was great. I wish we would have got a little more villain-ish. And gotten. I just can't believe you're gonna make me wait till season 4 to find out what those two kids' quirks are. I didn't think we're. I think Overhaul's quirk is gonna be kind of like a Stain's quirk. Like we might see it in action, but we don't know what it is until we're in like the middle of the Overhaul arc and he's in the middle of battle type thing. Um, I didn't know if Overhaul was gonna have his own group and Shigaraki was gonna have their own group, and they were kind of moving towards the same goal, but still opposing each other. Kind of like this is our ideals and these are yours. But it looks like they're just gonna be one. But he keeps bringing up that comment about like sickness and clean, and it makes me think. I don't know what his ideas are, but maybe he's kind of a um, more extreme Stain, where like he's just gonna judge you point blank, and if he doesn't think you're like, if he thinks you're sick or infected, whether like mentally in your ideals or the way you carry yourself, he's just gonna kill you regardless. He's not gonna injure you or try to find out more about you and give you a second chance to like repent like Stain would. Um, he's just gonna eliminate you from the field instantly. So I wonder what his opinion of Shigaraki and them are gonna be, why he would so easily join. I don't know. There's a lot to overhaul there. Like I don't know what his quirk is. Again, I don't know if he has a phasing ability quirk too, or something to do with matter or displacement, because we saw him kind of leave that reservoir dog group kind of just all dismantled and misplaced. So unless he's up there slicing people, I don't know if he's just kind of kinetically like dismantling people. I don't know, because I was trying to draw a parallel of like, because we saw what Overhaul did, and then we saw what that kid was doing when he was talking to Midoriya. I don't know if they were showing two of the same quirks. Like he can't phase himself, but he can maybe dematerialize other people, which would again be just so far OP. It's not even a conversation. So then it would be a great battle to see how do you. If I have no idea what his quirk is, but say it is, he can just dematerialize people or separate them or move them in different like dimensions XYZ. To see him and that kid go against each other, how do you dematerialize something that already dematerializes itself? I don't know. We could be here all day talking about it. But that's pretty much that's pretty much it. There's not really much to recap that episode. Uh, the fight was great. I thought it was a great little send off here. It kind of, we didn't get kind of the kind of bow in the ribbon direction that we got at the end of season 2, with them like at the mall and kind of all that stuff and finding out like what Shigaraki wanted to do and this is what's going to happen. They're making a move. They kind of left it more kind of loose strings at the end of this, which I don't have a problem with. It just kind of builds it up. Like I want to know what those two kids' quirks are. I want to know what Overhaul's quirk is and how strong that kid really is and who did he do his work studies with and XYZ. But it was a great episode. Great season. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, if you guys find out any launch dates or anything, let me know. All the links for everything are up here. I'm probably going to stream later tonight around 10 p.m. Eastern. It's 7:45 right now. This should hopefully be up by like 8:30 or so. Is there anything else we need to discuss? I think what I'm going to do is on Saturdays, I'm going to go ahead and replace My Hero Academia with One Punch Man. I have like, I think we're 6 or 7 episodes in, so I have 5 or so episodes for that. So we'll go ahead and get that wrapped up. And then, so I'll probably do, like I was doing, I'll do double One Punch Man episodes. So I'll do episode like 7 and 8, 9 and 10, 11 and 12. So in the next 3 Saturdays, we should be done with that. And then all I'm going to have on my plate is Boruto and Attack on Titan. I'm trying to figure out what to do with Boruto, if maybe I should just kind of wait for you guys to let me know when the episodes are hype and react to those, or keep going. I'm not sure, but we've done 70 episodes. We'll probably keep up with it. And then kind of what new anime to introduce. I don't know. We'll see. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys thought of the episode, season 3. If you're an anime only watcher, what you just thought of my man right there. Insane. Like, share, favorite, subscribe, guys. And as always,